Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of the Montana series. We are wrapping up contract and wrapping up the month of July. We are working on our financial stability so that we can purchase a combine before October. So part of the plan with that is we are going to sell our first cattle probably in September. We have 36 9-month-old cattle and 36 8-month-old, and they're already those are 1,200. They're 1,100. I purchased them for $3, I think, so they've already 4x their value. So we are going to look at doing that rather soon. We really need the money to purchase the combine. I don't want to take out a loan, but I will if I have to, because we're going to need the combine in October. We're going to need it long term anyway, so might as well take out the loan and buying it instead of let's just see how much does it even lease for. If we wanted the T560, it'd be 15 grand just to lease it. So, and we're not selling any of this corn that we're getting. It's going straight into storage and production to be dried, to be used once we buy the Jack Daniel's distillery. So, including the Jack Daniel's distillery and the combine and the water truck we're going to need about, $600,000-ish just to even get started on producing whiskey. So, I'm going to write all these numbers down and see what the ROI is once we get into whiskey, and we'll keep up with when do we actually start making a profit versus, are we just doing it just to do it. So, yeah, just finished up a contract, borrowed the equipment, got to use the case quad track again. It was nice. It was fun. Did some cultivating for the past hour or so, but we're heading back to the shop because we left our truck there. I also wanted to do a little experiment with, I've turned off automatic engine start, so I have to start the engine every time I get in a vehicle and turn it off every time I get out. So I want to see how much fuel I ate up. I started this at 10 a.m. this morning in July, and it's now 5. So it's been, 7 hours? I'm going to see how much fuel that truck actually burned while we were doing that. Another mod I installed between recording last and recording now is this little map right here. So if I get a steering wheel within the next few weeks, I want to kind of take these playthroughs and make them not as realistic as possible, because that's a little difficult for me right now. We'll get there one day, but I really want to, kind of how I have my HUD set up right now with no mini map and no, what's the word? Those things in the top left, the controls, I guess would be the word. Kind of taking all that away, trying to make it realistic. So this mod is just a map that is within your tractors. It's a $500 add-on. So if I go buy a tractor, I have to pay $500 to have that little monitor there, but it just kind of gives me a little idea where I'm at. It'll help on this 4X map. In Michigan, we pretty much had 6 main roads, and that was it. So it was pretty easy to get around, but with that map right there, it'll help us out a little bit. But we're heading back to the shop now, and this car is letting people pass, as they should. So what I've been trying to figure out is these other monitors inside the tractor. I've done some Googling, and they don't actually show anything real, like how many liters per acre or something like that I'm getting, but I do wish they weren't blurry. Sometimes they're blurry, sometimes they're not. I don't really understand what is the difference and why, but oh well. I wish that would be a cool part. So when we got out of the truck, it was at 129 liters, and now it's at, okay, maybe it was 169. I don't think it changed. I think sitting idle, it didn't actually lose anything. But that's okay. We're going to head on back to the farm, and I'm going to go to sleep for the day, and hopefully we'll have some grass ready to cut next month. The thing with grass is you can technically harvest it on growth cycle 3 out of 4, but you get less. So when we get back, I'll just show you what I mean. So, like right here on this field, let's check it out. It's technically ready to harvest on growth stage 3 or 4. So I could cut it now and collect it, but if I just wait one more month, it'll be even further to where I can actually get more out of it. Because right now it's not even showing me the potential yield. So if we go to sleep right now and then wake up, it will show us the potential yield, and that's really kind of what I'm interested in, because the cows are starting to eat a lot. They're getting about 30,000 liters per month ish. We'll keep track of that too right before we go to sleep. I'm going to hit my sign, of course, because I can't remove the sign or the mailbox or the trash cans or that sign, and it's a little annoying. So I wish I could, but oh well. So if we look at the cows right now, they're at 81,000. They were at 91,000 this morning when I in the month of July. So let's just go to sleep, wake up at 8 a.m. the next day, and see where they're at, because this next cut I'll probably have to take one field and do full hay to feed the cows, and do one for silage. Yeah, so they just ate 50,000 overnight, so we definitely need to get some fresh hay into the cow barn, and we also need to get some feed into the chickens because they're almost out, and if I want them to keep making eggs for us for a little bit of passive income, we got to feed them. So we got to spend some money to feed them. So we just started this tractor up, and we're going to head on over into our equipment shed, and we will attach the mower to the front and the tedder to the back. And we'll get our little mowing set up. So we'll go ahead and throw this on. And then if I hit that button, it'll fold up. And trying to use the joystick more when it comes to... oh, backed up too soon. When it comes to like actually controlling equipment and stuff, just makes it feel a little bit more immersive. It's kind of fun. That sprayer's really in the way. I need to figure out a better place for that, because I only use that thing like once a year, if that. I originally bought it to fertilize the grass in between each cycle, but I've just been lazy, and I mean, we get enough already out of each cycle, so it's not like it's really needed that much. So the thing with this mower setup, let's make sure this grass is fully ready. Yep, so this one's 4.4. It's projected 194,000 liters. So what with the mower setup, the tedder is technically a little wider than the mower. So the mower has a 7.3 meter working width, and the tedder has 8.2. So I like to get the AI workers to do the cutting for me, just because they're better at it than me, and I will cut way too many things in the wrong area. So we have to change our working width to, what was it, 7.3, I think it was, on the mower. Where's it at? That, yeah, 7.3. So change the working width to 7.3, and now it's set up for the mower, not just the tedder. But we will go ahead and get them started. I did figure out how to add a gate. It took me like 20 minutes and a Google search. It's a little embarrassing. We do have this gate now, so we can back the baler all the way up and collect. I think this is hay right here. But yeah, so we got the gate now, opens and closes. I built it 3 times with it opening this direction, and I didn't like that, so I had to fix it. But yeah, the cows are technically all fully enclosed now once I close this one. Okay, can't get that one closed. So they're partially enclosed now. So let's feed the chickens. So I bought this other little trailer. I think I told you about it in the last episode, can't remember. It's currently set up for bales right now because I was using it to transport a few things. But we're going to take it over to the shop and put the side panels back on and feed the chickens. And we're also going to collect some eggs because we have a lot of eggs waiting on us over there. So we'll just hook up to that right there. Ooh, let's check the cows. So, yep, so we got some 9-month-olds worth 1,200, 10-month-olds worth 1,300. That's 80 grand ish, 85,000 for those cows. So that'll put us up to 160. So we're halfway there to what we would need for the combine. So it looks like we will have to take out a loan. totally fine. We can handle a loan. We can make the payments. But let's go ahead and fix this trailer back up the way we want it. So we want to change it to the 8,000 cubic meter extension. And got that done. So we'll do a few trips to feed the chickens. It's not that expensive. It might be like $5,000 a load ish to feed them. But right now with eggs, we're already at $42,000. So if we take out the loan, I want to take out the full amount that it'll cost to purchase the combine and then pay it back as quickly as possible, of course. But I don't want to take out just enough to cover me because I don't have any other cash left over to operate the farm at all. So we're gonna get these chickens fed, get the eggs loaded up, and I'll be back to you here in a sec. All right, so our AI worker has finished up this field. All the grass has been cut and has been tedded into hay. So we're gonna walk over here and hop in this tractor, take it over to the next field. So this one was projected at 129,000 liters of hay. Once we get it all windrowed, we'll do the forage wagon, we'll do the pickup, and we'll do the math to make sure that is what we got or see where we missed out on. But yeah, it's all hayed up already. We did use the side-by-side to pull the windrower over here. It actually pulled it kind of well, so that was shocking. But we're actually going to, not that button, we're going to fold up the, which button is it? I'm trying to learn the joystick. This one, okay. We're going to fold up the mower and the windrower. One other thing I forgot to mention is we laid all the gravel. So our boneyard is full of gravel. It's nice, no more sheet mud or anything. And then we also graveled out this path right here, this very narrow little road in between our fields. The tractor just barely fits on it. So yeah, it's good to go. We lost a little bit of corn, kinda, on a few spots, but so this one we're projected 154,000 liters. So that brings our total up to 340, I believe, if my math is correct. But we're going to get the AI worker going again over here. So we're going to set it to 7.3 because that's the width of the mower. We're going to hit start and let them get rolling. The corn is nice and tall. It'll be ready to harvest in 2 months. But as you can see, it's up there. It's nice tall corn. It's 95% yield bonus. Yeah, not much else to say about that. I did install another mod to give me like more info on things. So let's go over to this production and see if it works there. If we hover over this, yeah, it just kind of shows you a few things. It's also very loud. If I deactivate it, it's still loud. That's okay. So we need to go get the 8R tractor, and we need to windrow all of the hay that we just finished with. And then we will go windrow the other field, and then we will hop in the forage wagon and get it all collected. Haven't really had to service these tractors yet. They've been fine. I did refuel them once a few months ago. But other than that, things are going good on the service side of things. We will need to, let's hop in this right here. We'll just go ahead and disconnect. I was shocked that this is only 75 horsepower and the windrower requires like 120 or something like that. And it actually like unfolded and stuff with the side-by-side. So who knows, I might try to start windrowing with that instead of using a $400,000 heavy tractor to do it. But not a problem. We've got let's just check out this field, see how they did cutting it. Everything looks good. What they do sometimes is over here on this hill, they kind of get caught up over there. But I think it's technically a part of the field, so it works, but oh well. So we'll get an AI worker working on that. All right, it is the end of August. I did some contracts today. We did 2 harvesting contracts. One was canola, the other was wheat, I believe. So we got some good income from that. We dumped all of our hay into the cattle barn. I still haven't bought cows for today, so we need to do that. But we got to it was 340,000 earlier. So we got a pretty good amount of hay from there. I'm thinking we're going to sell the Black Angus next month. Just to get us a little bit more money. We still need about $100,000 to fully pay for the combine outright. So it's looking like we're going to be taking about $150,000-$200,000 loan just to get us through. So let's see here. We got 72. That's 144 plus 36. That's so we're going to go ahead and buy some more Black Angus because that's the next on the lineup. Last one we bought was limousine, so we're going to go ahead and purchase these. So, yeah. Let's check time-saving stock check. Let's just see how much we're worth and what we can get if we need some cash. So we need at least $100,000 within the next 2 months. We've got 44 grand, or we've only got 34,000 in eggs. It'll be 44 in November. That'll be too late. Yeah, we'll probably just have to sell the eggs next month too, just to get as close as we possibly can. But we have all of September to make money as well. There is a contract that was active earlier, 66 grand for baling. Don't think there's enough time in the day, and also that would suck to bale that for a 67-acre field for 66,000. There's some harvesting contracts. It's all peas and carrots and stuff. Don't really want to do it. $30,000 wheat one. The thing about the contracts is that it's just so far. Like, I'm going all the way across the map to dump this stuff out. I guess we could do some mowing. We don't have our little cheaty plow. I don't think we're going to get it, so we don't really need it. But who knows? We'll see. We'll check out the contracts in September and see how close we can get. Because right now it's looking like the combine is, what was it? 285 the last time we looked. It was the T560. I don't know what the difference is between this one and then this is the T-Series mod that I installed. We could go with the T550 and save 20 grand. Some beacon lights. Make the pipe a little bit longer, maybe. We'll see. We'll make that decision when we get there and see how we're going. We got the S-Series combines. They're expensive. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go to sleep, head into September, see what contracts are available, and see how close we can get to the $280,000 mark. I'll see you guys in October when we're harvesting corn for the first time in Montana. So I think we're going to go ahead and do our first cattle transaction. We really need the combine. I really don't want to take out too much of a loan. So we've got some that are worth decent money. So if we sell the 11-month-olds, we'll get 50 grand. And then if we sell the 10-month-olds, we'll get 47,000. So that's really almost everything we need. So we only really realistically need to take out like a $50,000 loan just to kind of keep us afloat. Actually, I'm so dumb. I forgot I had this mod installed. We don't need to take out a loan because what we could do, well, this isn't very smart, so we'll talk about it together. We could finance the thing for 6 months at 2%. That's $50,000 a month, which is what we should be making off cows anyway. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just finance the combine at 2% interest. We'll pay it off in 6 months, 50 grand a month. I know in literally my last episode I said I just want to pay everything outright, get it all done, but I've never used this mod in a playthrough in a long... I have. It's been a long time. I haven't done it on YouTube, so let's just go ahead and do it. I mean, we could do a year for 24 grand a month because we can make that back easily, but the 6 months would be pretty much all the cows we're selling for the next year. I don't think I can pay it early though. That's the thing. Never mind. False alarm. We're not going to do it. We're just going to sell some cattle and take out a loan. I don't want to. I'm not doing that. Change my mind. We're going to sell some cows. We're going to come over here. We're going to sell some more cows. And then, I mean, heck, if I wanted to, let's sell those too. 78,000 for those. I mean, we've technically made money. Once they're over $300, we've made money. Okay, we're going to buy the combine. We're going to get the T560. Ooh, crawler track. Nope, not going to do it. We're getting standard. We're going to do Michelin tires. I'm trying to think if I should get the T550. No, we're going to buy it. Boom, just like that. One thing I did not think about is getting it over here because I'd have to put it on a trailer, but it won't fit on a trailer. I've never used one of these low loaders before, so let's just let's borrow one of these. If it doesn't work, we'll pay ourselves back for it. I've tried one of these one time and it like didn't work, so we're just gonna borrow that, and if it doesn't work, we'll pay ourselves back for it. But let's head to the shop. Let's pick up the combine, bring it back home, and get everything set for our harvest starting next month. Didn't have to take a loan. We're in a good financial spot. We only have 50 grand left, but that's okay. Still have to buy some cows this month. That's also okay. But let's hop in the semi and let's go pick up that combine. See if we can get it back over here on that low boy. Alright, so I've never used a low loader before. I tried it one time and I couldn't get it to work. Like, I couldn't get it to swivel on turns. Okay, looks like it's working now. So let's what do? We come right here. I think we disconnect like that. And then let's hop in the combine. It's nice and shiny and brand new for us. It's nice owning one so we don't have to lease anything or anything like that. I didn't even check the used market. There could have been one here, but luckily there's not. That's a cedar. We'll need one of those eventually. It's only 8 meters though. Kind of small. Okay, let's see if we can. Honestly, I'm not even sure if this is how you transport a combine, but we'll see. Let's try to load it up. We're gonna reverse onto it. I feel like that'll be the easiest, not the easiest, but the best way. Oh. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna reverse on it. We're going to just drive straight on it like a normal person. I think that's how you do it. Kinda off center, so I think I'm going to do that right there, just to. Oh, the engine is still running. Okay, so now let's reconnect and see if that worked. Okay, got the. Okay, there we go. There was one time I used a low loader and like, see how it's swiveling like on the semi? It wouldn't do that for me. So I don't know, I think I was using a modded one or something, I'm not sure, but okay, well, we've got it loaded. We're gonna take it back to the farm, unload it, and put it in the shed until next month. We will be harvesting our corn next month, and we'll be getting all of that stored up for whenever we're gonna need it. So yeah, I'll meet you back over there and we'll get this thing put away. I love having this farm right here because I can just see it as I'm crossing this massive bridge, seeing our corn coming in nice. Next month it'll be nice and brown, ready to harvest. But let's take this. we'll actually use our new little side road we put in. Our very, very narrow path. Still got some hay on it from our last harvest. This might not have been the smartest path to take to bob and weave throughout the farmyard, but oh well. Hopefully that pipe's not too long. That's what she said. We're just gonna back it on up into here. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Sweet. So we now have a combine. This will be perfect for us. The next thing we're gonna need to purchase is a seeder. We will need to look into getting, I mean, there's one right here that's 40% off. It's only 8 meters wide though. It's kind of really all we need, honestly. I do want one that does fertilizer as well. This one does not, so that one's only 6 meters. Honestly, the horse is just the best one. It's just $200,000. So it's the next day in real life. I worked on that cultivating contract for a while, got it completed, and then we saw another one that was worth $61,000. So we do have an AI worker working on it right now while I clean up the farmyard a bit. We did slow down time so we could complete it. A little cheaty, but just want to get that one done, you know, get a little extra cash. I went ahead and set up auto drive for our trailer and this tractor right here. So this is all good to go for whenever we start harvest next month. I'm going to do all the combine work myself, and then we'll let a worker drive the wagon to collect us once we're full. It's currently raining, but we do have the other guy over there working on the contract right after we save the content, of course. That one's big field, 60 acres nearly, 59.92, $61,000. So I do have the Better Contracts mod installed to where once we do so many contracts, it's either on one field or for one person, we start to get discounts. I need to make sure it's all working and everything, but the field over here that I would like to purchase eventually, I believe it's owned by Ben. So once we finish this last cultivating contract, we're pretty much only going to be looking for, it's owned by Ben. We're only going to be looking for contracts from Ben, and that, let's see if he even has one. He does. So this guy with the fancy little hat right here, the more contracts we do for him, the more discount we'll get for that other field. Lots of good harvesting contracts, but they're just not. That's a good wheat one, 75 grand. I just don't want to do it. It would just take so long. So another canola one for $64,000. Yeah, the fall contracts really are worth a lot of money, but we're gonna look into the Better Contracts mod and see, because if we even get a 10% discount on this field, I mean, that's $90,000 off of the property. So we'll look into that, see how it works, and if we're doing it correctly. Did move a few things around. So over here in this shed, we've got the mower, the sprayer, and the hoe, and the tedder all backed up into here. So we have a nice room to pull the tractor in to attach whatever we want. We did put the header trailer in here. I really thought about selling it because we won't need it very much, but I will have to buy a grain header soon. So once I purchase that grain header, then we'll use that trailer to go pick it up and bring it back, and then we can sell it. The corn header fits through the door right here, so we got the combine chilling nice and pretty inside this shed. Let's just turn on the lights. But we got the 6R. I need to probably do some repairing and stuff. I'll probably do all that after here in the winter, over the winter season, to, you know, keep it all in good shape. We did go ahead and purchase our cows for September. I believe once we finish this cultivating contract, we are going to make the purchase of the water tank trailer. There's another one though that is where is it at? this truck right here, it also holds everything else, and I can get it technically unrealistic to 40,000 liters, and it's its own vehicle. So we might look at this truck. It's 110,000. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a little easier to maneuver, and I can drive it wherever I want, do everything I need with it. The hard thing with this map is I like to get all my water out of the local rivers and lakes and stuff like that, and there is a lake by my property, but it's kind of hard to like get into. We'll just drive on over there. Over here, there's not a boat launch or anything, so it's a little tough to get into, but there's also water by the distillery, so let's just go off-roading a little bit and head over there, because we really only need the water to fill up the distillery, like realistically once. If we fill it to the top, that'll last us a long time, but it's always good to have a tanker trailer so we can, you know, sell our slurry or move it around or do whatever we want with it. But there is a river over here, also kind of steep, but I think the truck could handle it a little bit better. Probably not when it's raining. Okay, so we have those cedar mods installed. We'll look at purchasing them when it comes time to plant the barley. Let's just find them. So apparently I have two of them. They look to be the exact same thing. So, or actually, there's two different widths. We got a 5.2 and a 4 meter. What we're gonna look at doing with these is, if you get the side attacher, you can run these side by side. So we'll probably get two, so we can have a 10.4 working width. Just got to figure out where to put them. We're kind of full over here in our sheds, but yeah. We'll get to that when it comes time. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the latest installment of the Montana series. We will be harvesting corn in the next episode, so be sure to come back in a couple days. Turn on your post notifications. Consider liking, commenting, subscribing. If this is your first video, welcome in. Hope to see you in the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you soon.